Good day, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. We are getting to the end of episode 4, and things are getting dicey. Kerry snooped around the surgery, like the doctor's office, and found some stuff hidden in the basement, and also a lot of other interesting documents as well. And then Reese freaked out, turned into some kind of Jekyll and Hyde monster, and is currently rampaging through the surgery trying to kill his mother, who's been poisoning him. And we're trying to get out. Wayne is also here, and Kerry's desperate just to use anything in her power to get out. She's called her cousin to come and help her. She's got Wayne to come and help her. Things are getting really dark and sinister. Let's see if she can survive this. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster prepared to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. To make street smart, Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadows and levels a firearm in your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck. Yep. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you... No, how did you... As if you can hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh, says Wayne. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese panic pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes an escape down the hallway where Wayne is overcome, and Wayne is overcome glued in place at the top of the stairs by stifling globs of paint. Yeah, let's run to a nearby room. You rush out of the main hallway, taking cover in the first room you see. A few seconds pass. Things are quiet. Hey, says Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of the unseen speaker. You, Kerry. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help both of us. Let's go with this one, yeah. I'm sure Wayne can handle this. Let's go. You've survived. What the hell is going on? Let's go with that. You survived? What the hell is going on, says Kerry. I think you can probably put that together, says Dr. Kelly. Now listen to me. You're in the medical storage room, right? I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labelled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Kerry, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt you, anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers, did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. Yeah, let's go with that one. Wayne, help me! Reese, he's a little tied up at the moment. Not anymore, says Wayne. Reese cries out in pain. What the hell did you do to my shoulder? He screams. Keen eye, you see for the briefest instant something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow, then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it, try and get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Yeah, fine. You do as he says. The tranquilizer is easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organised woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint sealed shut in. Hurry, I don't think I can open it for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the lingering smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Paint viscously splatters across the cemented floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. You probably have a few minutes before he gets here. I think this is the thing. Kerry wouldn't have waited in the basement for him to come back, but at the same time she would have just fled the house, so we're in this really weird situation where she's not really cared. Let's see, what is this room? What's the game plan, both short and long term? What is this room? Old expert room, lead walls. After I realised that this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with specially remote controlled locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. Let's go with that one. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf, but if he isn't following any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. You've seen what he looks like, he's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that will just have to remain a mystery. Let's go with that one. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone, I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds, I'm a doctor for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then all of a sudden my period stopped, I got most morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. Yeah, she's not going to care about the rest of these, so let's go with probably leave it at that. Let's go, what's the game plan, both long and short term? Well, says Dr. Kelly, I'll pump him full of elephant tranquilizers when I'm locking him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. Yeah, let's do that one. I see no flaws with this plan, says Kerry. Sarcasm. That's so Scarlet of you. It's okay, I know it's not a perfect plan, but it's better than the alternative of being torn to shreds by my own kid or having to figure out a way of killing someone I love who may or may not be unkillable. Let's go with this one. While we're at it, any other secret you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Yeah. You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare into the hallway. As the monster that is now Reese comes around the corner. Is this what you were so afraid of? He growls. Hand over the tranquilizers, this is our shot. Yeah. Give it a tranquilizer darts. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a distant shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown into the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains a weapon on the writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. Yep. Yeah, like, finish him off, Tabitha. End this! Yeah, she's gonna do that. You two, help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. The few of you stand around Reese's mangled, still twitching body. Keenar, you can see the ways he's trying to stitch himself back together, the tendrils of flesh meeting and joining, the clicks and pops of bone snapping back together, and the horrifically wet sounds of meat resealing along ruined edges. Your cousin pours gasoline over his body, since he lights a match. He screams as he erupts into flames. It's inhuman, the ruin of his face incapable of making any recognizable sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then it stops. In its absence, there is only the roaring of flames and the sobbing of his mother staring down at the writhing, burning body of what was once her son. I always knew there was something off about the kid. He had a weird smell, says Tabitha. Yeah, boy, I'm glad you showed up. You say? Yeah, that was about to end very badly. Seems like I saved both of you your skin, so you're welcome. I knew what I was doing. It would have been fine, Dr. Kelly. Yet you let it happen. Come on, Joan. Don't stop me. Don't stop. You didn't stop me. Sorry. Yet you let it happen. Come on, Joan. You didn't stop me when I lit the match. Deep down, you knew this was for the best. Let's go with that one. Did you know what he was? Says Kerry. No, but the door was sealed shut, and I got a bad vibe from your call. So I took the gun from my office. I was already armed when I rounded the corner and saw him. Just did what had to be done. Thanks for calling instead of trying to handle this on your own, says Tabitha. If you're going to insist on poking your nose where it doesn't belong, letting me know when you get in trouble is preferable for me finding out after the fact. Hug Tabitha, cry. Yes, he's gonna cry. Tears start to stream down your cheeks as you tears stream down your cheeks as you find, and the finality of it hits you. You all did what you had to do, but that doesn't make this hurt any less. Yeah, let's hug Tabitha. Before she can push you away, you wrap your cousin in your arms and squeeze. You release her and she steps back, putting her usual distance between the two of you. So, his suffering is over. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I feel this is my fault. No, she's not going to apologise. Poor guy, you've done the word of service. Fingo is starting to like him. Yeah, let's go with that one. Fingo is starting to like him, says Kerry. See, this is why you don't go around fraternising. You never know who might turn out to be some kind of abomination. Good thing you have me around. I'm not afraid to do what has to be done. Don't talk to him about him like that, says Dr. Kelly. Why not? He wasn't even human. You shouldn't be so broken up about some wild animal that had every intention of killing you. I promise you, he wouldn't feel this way if he went through with it. He was human. I did tests genetically. He was no different from us, and he was an incredible artist. And he was thoughtful and kind, and most importantly, he was my son, says Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly falls silent, the flames dancing across her tear-streaked face. I'm sorry, Joan. The acrid smell hangs in the air, a stink of burning flesh stinging your nostrils. but he's gone. There's only a charred pile of ashen bones where this writhing body once lay. Nothing moves. Nothing tries to mend itself. There is nothing left to mend. I'm going to bed, says Dr. Kelly. Not a word of this to anyone, or there'll be hell to pay. You don't have to tell me twice, says Tabitha. Dr. Kelly starts back down the hill towards the clinic, leaving the two of you next to the smouldering ashes. I'm parked down the hill. Let's get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like burning corpse, says your cousin. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill, where Tabitha's car is parked amongst the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places the gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried to call her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah, you say. Two of you are interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, running as fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. She seems distressed. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, her eyes desperate, anxiety jumping backward and forth and darting away when you try and lean down to her. Gretchen? But where's Stella? Says Tabitha. Good doggy. Pat her head, looks... yeah, let's go with... I don't want to follow her. I've done enough to this stuff today. Yeah, let's go with that one. I don't want to follow her. I've done enough stuff today, you mutter. Screw that. We're not leaving Stella out in these woods, says Tabitha. You and Tabitha follow Gretchen into the woods. Gretchen nervously runs ahead of you and Tabitha, looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Before long, the trees thin and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. Lined on one side by sheer rock. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully at the asphalt is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. Great, she's alive. Let's go. Yeah. Carrie doesn't care. Yeah, let's go. You say, wait, you're not. I really thought you were going to push back on that. Fine, if you're going to be weird about this, I'll go talk to her. Well, Carrie doesn't care. She thought, Tabitha thought that she was going to be the one that was mature. It's like, no, there's a blinking monster coming out of the woods. Just give us some space, okay? Tabitha takes a step forward, gravel crunching beneath her boots as he walks along the side of the road towards Stella. Stella looks up, a tired smile spreads across her face at the sight of your cousin, standing awkwardly on the slight slope of the roadside. They talk, their voices quiet in the still night air. After a while they both stand and walk off into the forest together. Gretchen tucked under Stella's arm. It's time for you to go home. Come along now, it's quite a hike back to the estate, says Wayne. He appears as if from nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realise is paint, evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. This guy is still scaring you. Carrie's a natural coward. No way, dude, I'm walking by myself. Walk away. Let's go with that one. No way, dude, I'm walking home by myself. You start walking up the road, Wayne's silhouette quickly fading into the dark of the night. But it's not long before you hear the slow, methodical thud of boots on the road behind you. Turn around and confront him. You turn to confront your pursuer. Let's go with that one. Why are you so obsessed with me, you shout. I care about what happens to you, says Wayne. You can think of me as some kind of guardian angel, if that would be helpful, but it's time for you to accept that you won't be getting rid of me. Wayne just walks ahead of you in near complete silence. So many questions. What, flirt with Wayne? Oh my god. Okay. Let's go with... Did you know Reese was like that, says Carrie? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure. But now I know. Let's go with that one. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made, says Wayne. I know that something pulls at you. I know that something pulls at you, and I know that now you can't stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. Yeah, let's go with that one. Why you follow me around, says Kerry. Why not Stella or Kanika or Sylvie? Why not Tabitha? Because you're special, says Wayne. But why? Why am I so special, you snap. You simply are, he replies. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They are unbreakable. Let's go with that one. Seems like Reese gave you a run for your money, you mutter. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realise he's laughing. He managed to catch me off guard. Those constructs of his were an interesting little trick. That's all they were. You don't need to keep coming up with new topics of conversation to fill the silence. You're tired. It's been a long time. A long night. You should rest. Wayne remained silent for the rest of the journey back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow, he rumbles. You should try and spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. Go home. The estate is empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to come almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you. At least now the sun inevitably rises once again. At least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese and the way his mangled but still living body writhed in his funeral pyre. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. Following us on... Yeah, there we go. And we finished episode 4 with Street Smarts. Now, I will say that... I know there's some people say there's a more darker ending, which I do agree with, but the problem is that it would be not in Kerry's personality to stay in the basement until Reese returned, to try and get out. I think I might have picked a couple of dialogue options that prevented that earlier, to be honest. So we ended up with basically Reese getting his head caved in and then burnt. It's a still dark ending, but not as dark as what I was hoping we'd get. One of the side effects of not playing through, because what I tend to do is I tend to play through the game several times before I do the Darkest Timeline. But hey ho, it's just how it goes. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Scarlet Hollow, the Darkest Timeline for episode 4. Episode 5 is in development, I've been told. But the development team are focusing on Slay the Princess first, which is coming out in the near future. So if you're interested, please follow them on Steam and on Twitter. They do regular updates, and I look forward to basically doing that game on my channel as well. And hopefully episode 5 will be out in the near future, and we can get back to the Hollow and see what happens to Kerry and to Jason, which is my other Let's Play series for this game, which is I really love Scarlet Hollow. See you again next time. Goodbye, folks.